Oh, scrambling left, throwing right, sidearm through basically the whole defense. Unbelievable to, I don't know, who is that? We don't know who the Chiefs receivers anymore. Who caught that? Anyway, doesn't matter. It's a Mahomes play, and it looked fantastic. Here's Josh Allen's play. Both these guys played in the preseason game on Saturday. Here's Allen dropping back. Doesn't see anybody. He's going to spin, and then he's going to make this throw to the end zone. Now, I think we can agree, we can all agree that both of these plays are flat out awesome. So let's put that right on the table, right? Because you guys we're gonna pick, and people are gonna be annoyed that their guy wasn't picked. But both these plays are fantastic, right? So, which one was better? Swagoo.
Mahomes. The degree of difficulty throwing back across the opposite way where your body going, that's hard, man. I'd have tore up my label. I'd have ripped my elbow off my arm trying to do this. And you see this dude do this. That's some crazy work, and that's God-given.
It's Justin Watson caught the pass, by the way, so credit where it's due there to Justin Watson. But a lot more credit to Patrick Mahomes. Sacho, you agree? Mahomes?
No, I'm going to go Josh Allen on this one. Mahomes, I love that Mahomes throw. And initially I said Mahomes because he makes it look so easy. But I just love the zip on Josh Allen's ball, right? Turns around, looks around, and like a laser, a rocket. So, they're both, outstanding. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Both God-given. I love this throw a little bit more. And I think part of it, too, is Mahomes makes it look so easy, man. So it's you watch that throw, other people try to do it, they can't do it. I haven't seen a lot of people do what Josh Allen just did either. And so I'm going to go Josh Allen by a smidge.
You know what's
Kimberly,
funny?
break the tie.
I had the opposite reaction as Sacho, shocking. I automatically said Josh Allen because I was like, that dude is just a big-ass ballerina. He is just out there pirouetting. He does not care, and he's got a rocket arm, right? But I fell victim to what I talked about earlier, and it's what Sacho just said.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes makes everything flick of the wrist. Okay.
Make it look easy.
It's almost like there was no zip, there was no nothing. It's just effortless, and this is what we need to challenge ourselves against. Just taking this man for granted and what he can do, because you can't do that. Other people can't do that. So I said Josh Allen because he's so big, he's so strong, and he's so nimble on his feet, and he's got the rocket arm, but that Mahomes is he's just different, man.
Come on,
he's
bro.
Just different.
Come on, bro.
Swagoo, final word.
Every time I watch it, you realize, man, that it's like all of these dudes that's playing quarterback in the NFL, they're pros, they deserve a lot of credit. And then there are these guys.
Yep.
There are these aliens. There are these guys where when Kevin Hart was in his comedy series, he said, just look at this. Look at this. That's all I be saying when I see Josh Allen. Look at this. Aaron Rodgers. Look at this. Look at this. Can't nobody do this. Look at this.
And
so that's what I was thinking when I saw Patrick Mahomes just being back to his old self. And that's even ridiculous for us to say. Yeah. Patrick Mahomes does this in high leverage moments with games on the line, and it works. This might be the year of gratitude from Swagoo instead of me tearing everybody out the frame. This may be me realizing that these dudes are special individuals at these quarterback spots that we watching every week.
Yeah. Well, we're all looking forward to that. These two players, they're all pro in every season from 2016 to 2020. Didn't play, or played just a little tiny bit last year. Kimberly, what more information do you have on the Bakhtiari front?
So this is encouraging news, but David Bakhtiari, you just said it, Dan. It's almost been 600 days since he injured his knee, right? So it's very ambitious of him to want to play in week 1. Matt LaFleur, the head coach, said, he's not going to commit to week 1, definitely. The plan right now is to ease him back into practice. Let him get his feet under him a little bit before you start thinking about which game to deploy him in. But if you are a Packers fan, if you're a fan of football, the idea that Bakhtiari is just off of PUP is huge because of what he means to Aaron Rodgers.
Swagoo, they won 13 games last year, basically without him, but if he's back, what does that mean for Rodgers and the Packers?
Hey, listen, man, make no mistake about it. David Bakhtiari is elite. He's an elite tackle in the NFL. And you very rarely can find one to go on any team, and having him back is huge. I think it's more important this year, though. And I get it that Aaron Rodgers has had a tremendous amount of success without Bakhtiari. But we heard Aaron Rodgers a week ago talking about trying to get on the same page with some of these young receivers. You know what that takes? Time.
Yep.
It takes time and it takes development. And obviously, you feel like Green Bay will be fine because 12 is the quarterback, and they have been. But this is a different situation that we've seen Green Bay in for the last 4 or 5 years without Devontae being out there, without that built-in rapport that they have before they step foot in the training camp. So to have not only a veteran presence, but a guy that's going to give you a little extra time when you're trying to get on the same page with some of these receivers, especially when the live games start, it's huge for this organization.
Sacho, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with Swagoo. I played against Bakhtiari a couple times throughout my career. He is one of the most elite, top tier, however you want to call it, left tackle, offensive lineman in the game. But it's really hard for me. So all that being said, it's just hard for me to ignore how Aaron Rodgers went 13-4 last year without him. Right, it's hard for me to ignore how well Nyman played, how well Elton Jenkins played. Even the year before, Elton Jenkins was on the Pro Bowl, right? I get it was at guard, but for whatever reason, Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers continue to have success even without, whether it be Bakhtiari or even when Devontae Adams has been out. For whatever reason, that success remains. And so Swagoo makes a good point in that these young receivers need to step up, and you never say no to an elite person, elite tackle. But I have just seen the success so often, it's hard for me to just sit here and say, well, without Bakhtiari, Aaron Rodgers is not going to be successful. I don't believe that.
I mean, fair enough, but look, we were talking about the Bucs earlier, right? And the injuries on the offensive line. I mean, it gets to be a point where the numbers matter, right? I mean, if somebody else is probably going to get hurt this year, and if Bakhtiari's back, Sacha, that matters, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, and that's another thing we didn't talk about. Elton Jenkins just got off the PUP as well, right? Christian Watson, one of the young receivers who has been injured, he got off the PUP too, and so they're getting back healthy at the right time. Hopefully, as Kmart said, this will be a long-term solution, not just a temporary, hey, do individual drills and have another setback for Bakhtiari.
All right, Packers open the season September 11th against the Vikings in Minnesota. We'll see if David Bakhtiari is at left tackle for that game or if he needs a little more time than that. Now we want to do a segment called Change My Mind. I am going to tell you something, and you're going to have to change my mind about it. It's something I believe. But we'll set this up. Jalen Hurts did not play in the Eagles' second preseason game against the Browns. Eagles are trying to they're trying to win the NFC East for the first time in a couple of years. They won it in 2019. So here's what I'm going to tell you, and you guys try to change my mind on this, right? I believe the Eagles will win the NFC East. I think the Cowboys are shakier than they've been in a while on the offensive line. We know they've lost